Right now, one thing that I can guarantee you, they're not anything I've ever dispensed. So all these problems around here are not me. They're other individuals. And I would love to be on any committee or any push or whatever to seek these individuals out and shut them down. I mean, that's why I support the legitimate use of prescription medicines, because it's very important to the public or whatever. But the rest of it, I'm on everybody's side. I mean, that we're on the same battlefield. I mean, early in my career, you don't think that I've been threatened, like at gunpoint and stuff like that, about whatever. And I've had an individual arrested. I've gone to trials and all that. I mean, that's pretty much my history. I would think that I would be a benefit to the community.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay, you said that you would not be con, etc. Okay, these people, the people who are getting drugs and selling them on the street, are not conning anybody. They are legitimately getting their medication. Okay, you don't know the game here. You only know the game as you know it from where you're at.
Yes.
Okay, and the game here is entirely different. It is not easy to stop people from obtaining the pills they want. And all you're doing is making it more convenient for them to get the pills. I see you as a jeopardy to this community, especially to the poor and the people who can't speak English. Okay, we did not ever request a pharmacy on this street. There's already too many places that dispense pills in the street.
Where do you go?
I go to Walgreens.
And where, Walgreens? You have to go out of your neighborhood to get it.
No, I don't. There's enough Walgreens around here that you can go any place. And Walgreens have never...
Do you think that they supply the local drug trade?
I know they do. Walgreens does, Rite Aid did, and you're going to do it. Okay, no matter how hip you think you are, you don't know the game here. Okay, and the bottom line is they will buy their drugs from you and step right across the street and sell them in this community. And I can't allow that. You're too close to a daycare center.
Well, I think that they're, if you're saying that that's happening, then they're already doing that without me.
Right, so we don't need you to add to the problem.
Hello? Anyone else?
Yeah, one of the,
Hello? Tomas and then Michael then Tomas.
will you have the ability to get the drugs back from the patients that are not used if they decided to return? Because that would be one of the would be one of the helps for the neighborhood if there's a way, because I think people are not aware, because they're not supposed to flush them down the toilet and all that, so that when people have a prescription that they have not completely used, then how can they?
That's a
I think
service.
if you advertise that kind of service, that would be really helpful.
And actually, the people I deal with in Seattle, I'm sure they're pretty much all the same. It's not only like, it's unusable medicine, so when something goes outdated or whatever, a service will come in, they'll write the stuff up and they'll get sent to, back to work, back for destruction, whatever. But there's also an ability for me to send back drugs that need destruction. I mean, the general thing for non-credit, you just say, okay, well, here's a pile of stuff, and they charge me so much per pound or whatever to destroy them. And they do it in a legal. I mean, they do it in a legal process.
And then my next question, the follow-up question is, who exactly will be there on site? Will it be you or somebody you hire?
Me.
Oh, okay. So
Now,
you're
me-
there.
Me, and I mean, I want to try to hire pharmacists from day one, but I will be there.
Planning on being there.
I will be there.
Or just there.
I'll be there forever, as far as I'm concerned. I'm trying. Okay, so my wife and I have lived in the Bay Area before. I'm in Seattle now because my wife got transferred, but I originally came from Berkeley. Well, actually, I started back east and my wife got transferred, so I came out to California. I worked for about 6 years for Long's. I managed shovel stores for them. We moved up to Seattle, whatever, but it's like we're getting in time where we want to get back to California. We like it down here, and we plan on relocating.
It's not as much fog.
It's what?
Not as much fog and rain as.
No, oh, well, actually, you missed the brain, actually, you know, what is it really, like, I was in Sacramento on Monday, and it's like, oh, okay, so I figured, well, I could live in Berkeley, and I could live in San Francisco.
My turn, my turn.
Nas was next, and then, yeah.
Mr. Forte, thank you for being here.
Yes.
Appreciate it. I think the concerns you've been hearing tonight is that many of us think that the biggest drug dealer in this community is the Department of Public Health, by overprescribing medications. So we see another pharmacy in our neighborhood as aggravating that situation. The normal pharmacy prescribe medications, and medications should not be prescribed. But will you be selling other products besides medication?
Yes.
What
Yeah,
other products?
I will
will you be
sell
selling?
any general pharmacy product. So like cough and cold stuff, I don't know, pain, you know, aspirin, Tylenol, any, you know, I mean, I can't sell like launchers and things like that. It'll be a professional pharmacy. So if you need like a hydrocortisone ointment or a rectal suppository or anything like that, you come to me, I'll have those products for you.
No
And-
alcohol, tobacco?
No.
And
I don't believe in pharmacies carrying
And
tobacco.
you sort of like kind of flew under the radar, at least to me.
It wasn't my intention, and I can tell you the story if you'd like to
I'm
hear
not
it.
suggesting it was your intention, because I don't know you.
Yeah.
But have you been involved in other community meetings in the community prior to coming here tonight?
I have not, no.
So this is your first?
This is my first.
Okay. So you got,
Again, I was blindsided in that, okay, I'm naive to situations. I never thought that there would be an issue about opening a pharmacy. I mean, when I opened the Seattle pharmacy, people couldn't wait for us to get open. I mean, and I've worked in pharmacies all my life, and I've never seen a situation where someone would think pharmacy is bad. I mean, I know it's a lot of hype or whatever, but I was brought up with pharmacy is the most trusted profession. Everybody keeps saying this, okay? And you know what? I believe it, and I act accordingly. So,
a lot of us think otherwise. I mean,
Okay.
we see the medications that are being dispensed by the Department of Public Health and then sold on the street. So, my last question is, you'll be the only one on site for this pharmacy?
no,
You have
I
other
recommend hiring staff.
How many?
I would say to start with, I need a pharmacist, so it would be 2 pharmacists, and I would say 2 technicians and probably I think they call it a B-Tech here, but it's basically 2 technicians and a cashier.
Thank you.
Tim?
Yeah, I think in this neighborhood, we're doing everything we can to be careful with liquor stores and that type of thing proliferating in the neighborhood. So I'm just curious, why that particular location?
I looked for a location for about 1.5 years, and that was the first one I get into. And I almost, we tried to actually buy a building on Hyde, because the person wouldn't rent to us, based on, she had a problem at a pharmacy there. So we were going through the process of buying her building, and, you know, with the banks or whatever, it just didn't work out. So we kept on looking. We actually looked at locations at, on the corner of Golden Gate and Leavenworth, across the street from that other pharmacy down there. And we tried dealing with the guy. I mean, we would get approach deals, and he would just, you know, I don't know if he was really interested in renting the place or not.
I mean, are you specifically concerned about having it within the tenderloin?
I look at the tenderloin, and I do see a big, it's a gap in pharmacy coverage, actually. I mean, you have nothing in here.